here's what's happening in the city of Rockville. District 17 comes to City Hall. Rockville police will plunge into the Chesapeake Bay, and we have an update on the Duball Project in Town Center. This is all the latest news in the city. This is Rock 11 Now. Welcome to Rock 11 Now, the monthly show that recaps the most recent stories in the city of Rockville. Hello, I'm your host, Bridget Breuer. In an effort to bring the city all the news it can use, we crafted a show that aims to bring you all the late-breaking stories in the city and information about future events. Now let's get you up to speed on what's happening in the city. Rockville's priorities were front and center when the District 17 delegation came to City Hall to prepare for their January session. Senator Jenny Forehand delivered the Maryland General Assembly's 2012 90-day report to Rockville's Mayor and Council. The District 17 delegation, made up of Senator Jenny Forehand and delegates Kumar Barve, Louise Simmons, and Jim Gilchrist, presented to the Mayor and Council updates about the upcoming session in Annapolis. Rockville's top priorities for the Maryland legislative session that runs from January 9th through April 8th include restoration of highway user revenues, legislation to allow non-sworn officers to sign off on speed camera violations, legislation to set uniform late, administrative, and flagging fees of red light and speed camera violations, and the protection of Rockville's stormwater management fee and program. The members of the District 17 delegation are hopeful for the upcoming session and are working for the residents of Rockville.
We've done a lot of hard work raising revenues, cutting spending for many years, and now Maryland is in a really good place. We're going to have a balanced budget again. We're going to have a AAA bond rating for a 52nd year in a row, and so we're in a good place fiscally. There's still a lot of things we have to do, but it's really one of the more hopeful years that we've had since the big recession started.
Hard to believe. It seems like we just ended the other one the other day, and of course we have meetings all summer long. Maybe I'm in Annapolis 2 or 3 days a month, but I'm on the phone the rest of the day talking to constituents or staff people and thinking about what kind of things we ought to be doing for the next year.
I've been privileged to represent my neighbors in Rockville over the last 10 years. I derive a lot of good ideas, and I learn a lot from the emails and the phone calls and the people who stop me on the street from time to time who share with me their ideas. We have a wonderful community. It's educated, it's sharp, and I hope they'll keep calling. And for those who haven't called, don't think that your call is ignored. I'll respond. My colleagues will respond, and we want to hear from you.
For more information about Rockville's efforts in Annapolis, go online to rockvillemd.gov/citymanager or call Linda Moran at 240-314-8115. You can also share your thoughts about Rockville's priorities by emailing the Mayor and Council at mayorandcouncil@rockvillemd.gov. This past month, the Mayor and Council received a preview on the FY14 budget. Here's what you need to know.
And we do plan on refining those over the next few months.
Budget and Finance Manager Stacy Webster presented again before the Mayor and Council to discuss the city's 2014 budget.
We just wanted to give you the opportunity, if there's any additional items you want to discuss from the survey. We will take that direction tonight. If not, we will take what we have here and move forward with our own internal process.
The Mayor and Council are looking into potential adjustments to programs and services due to the low anticipated property tax assessments expected in January. Rockville has made cuts to the budget the past several years, yet still faces financial hurdles for the foreseeable future, due in large part to an increase in government spending paired with a decrease in property tax revenues and limited revenues from other governments. City Manager Barb Matthews expects to make her proposal in mid-March, but you don't have to wait until then to get involved. Here are the ways you can weigh in on what's important to you. Residents can give their comments during Citizens Forum at every Mayor and Council meeting, stop by a Mayor and Council drop-in session, attend an upcoming public hearing, generate a citizen service request, or email your comments to the Mayor and Council at mayorandcouncil@rockvillemd.gov. To learn more about Rockville's budget and the FY14 process, go online to rockvillemd.gov/budget. From Town Center to the Chesapeake Bay, the Rockville City Police are making a difference, and they need your help. It's freezing cold. It happens every January, and thousands of people can be found screaming with smiles on their faces. It's the annual Polar Bear Plunge, and Rockville City Police are prepping for another successful dip in the Chesapeake Bay to raise money for Special Olympics Maryland.
You raise or donate $50, and that gets you their entry fee, and then you make a web page and you keep going and adding donations to help with Special Olympics. And then you go down and they blow a whistle and you go running in the bay, and you can go up to your knees or you can dive all the way under. You know, there's people running around everywhere, freezing cold. So it's crazy, but it's a good time.
Rockville City Police will take the plunge at Sandy Point State Park on January 26th. Last year, 12 of our own police officers, including the department's K-9 unit, were among the 11,000 people who participated and raised over $2.1 million.
It shows we're giving back to the community, and that's a big thing in police work, to go out and provide services for your community and also, help. We're out there making a difference, and it goes a long way. And just to see the smile on some of these athletes' faces.
The Rockville City Police Department is looking for your help to support this year's plunge. To donate to the team, go to plungemd.com and search Rockville City Police.
Make a donation, help out, because we're freezing for a reason.
The plunge also has the support of Councilmember Newton.
I hope everybody will go to the webpage and donate, or go that morning and cheer them on. What a wonderful way that our police still continue to give back to the community, and they really, really do give a lot for Rockville and the citizens. So I hope everybody supports them in one way or another. And Boomer, I can't believe the dog Boomer is also going to be participating, jumping in that frigid water. So please, I would like to try to be there myself.
We have an update on the Stone Street Pedestrian Bridge project, and the mayor and council want your feedback.
Their price tag now is close to $1.2 million.
That's the report from civil engineer Eileen Lish regarding the project to replace the Stone Street Pedestrian Bridge.
We've had to do some extra geotechnical work to verify that that embankment can handle the extra load of a new bridge. We also had to work out a plan for compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Over a year ago, the Stone Street Pedestrian Bridge was removed when engineers found that the structural integrity of the bridge was compromised. The price tag to replace the bridge is much higher than originally anticipated due to complicated design features, but there is adequate funding available in the city budget.
We've discovered unexpectedly that we can't just put a bridge back. We have to put a bridge back with an ADA compliant design. What we thought was going to be a relatively inexpensive job has now turned into almost $1 million. We're going to have to rethink the bridge.
The mayor and council want to hear from you. On January 14th, you can weigh in on the future of this project at City Hall. Also, the public comment period will be open until January 28th.
Public hearing has been set, and so we're getting the word out. Eileen Lish specifically went to the East Rockville Citizens Associations, and we're doing other means to get the word out that the issue of whether the bridge should be replaced or not is going to be discussed.
For more background information on this project, go online to rockvillemd.gov and search Stone Street Bridge. Has the cold weather kept you from going out and meeting new people in the community? Well, our Rocio Snowdy would like to introduce you to a new neighbor.
Hi, I'm Rocio Snowdy with the Meet Your Neighbor segment. Today we're meeting a young entrepreneur whose philosophy for life extends way beyond retail and fashion.
When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a performer. I wanted to sing, but unfortunately, that's not the gift I was given. So, I was always really artistic. I wanted to do something always in the arts. And then in high school, I really got interested in fashion and clothes and wanting to make my own clothes. I'm very much inspired by, other eras. Everybody is always telling me that I have an old soul. So I think you really can see that in the designs.
After high school, Sylvia continued her education at Marymount University, where she studied fashion. But for this young entrepreneur, fashion was not the only reason she loved the idea of owning her business.
Well, I guess for me, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to do fashion and do something in the garment industry was the labor aspect. And what I really wanted to do was manufacture. My family set up a workshop in El Salvador where we could design and where we can manufacture the clothes I would design. So for me, I really wanted to be on top of, the labor, and I wanted to know who was making the clothes, and I wanted to be able to give the customer peace of mind that the clothing wasn't coming from somewhere where there was labor exploitation or where there were children working at factories. Like, I could give them that peace of mind. I know exactly who makes the clothes, and I go back to El Salvador 2 or 3 times a year to oversee production. And I never wanted to just ship it off somewhere and not know who was making the clothing. That's why on the tag it says made by hardworking hands in El Salvador. And I'm proud that it comes from my country.
Sylvia's source of inspiration stems from her parents, who are not only owners of their own businesses, but also give back to their community through charities, sponsoring events, and are always open to sharing their success with others.
If there was anything I was going to do in school, I was going to do something I loved, but I wanted to do something that was going to help other people. And with the shop, I think it gives us an opportunity to be able to educate the consumer about things like labor exploitation. And now we're having a coat drive this season. As an incentive, the customer gets a discount when they donate. So just different things that we try to tie, into, philanthropy or charity, things like that. And we've done a lot of charity fashion shows. We've been part of a lot of charity fashion shows too. Just to be able to, I think people are interested in fashion. They think it's fun. They think it's interesting. So if you, bring them in that way, and then you tell them, hey, by the way, there's so many good things, so many good causes you could be a part of now that you're here. So I think that's one of the things that we tried to do also last year with the Heart to Heart, to be able to be part of something where, it's fun, we're having a fashion show, but we're also educating people on, like heart conditions, things like that. I think at the end of the day, like my mom says, you don't take anything with you. And so if there's anything, that you can share with people while you're here, why not?
For Rock 11, I'm Rosie Snowdy.
PEPCO and the City of Rockville want you to know about a new way of reporting streetlight outages so that you are not left in the dark. There are 2 types of streetlights in the City of Rockville. The metal pole lights are owned and operated by the city, whereas the lights affixed to wooden poles are owned by PEPCO. Now, thanks to a new online reporting system, PEPCO can find out about and repair lights faster. Here's how it works. If the light is attached to a wood beam, go online to pepco.com, click on Your Home, and then Service Requests. Finally, you can click on the Report an Outage and give the address of which the light is out. If the light is attached to a metal beam, go online to rockvillemd.gov/e-gov. From there, you'll need to click on the Report a Streetlight Outage link and fill out the appropriate information, then hit Submit. There's also a link to report the PEPCO outages as well on the city page. For more information on the city's streetlights, go online to rockvillemd.gov and search streetlight.
20th century Rockville is also...
Robin Zeke treasures Rockville's history.
It's real, and that is the point about historic preservation, that you have the real artifacts, the authentic elements of the past, and we do need them. We need them to make us special, and we also need them to challenge our beliefs about the past.
That's why she's making sure residents know about the historic tax credit being offered right now.
We're entering the tax credit season, so we really want people to think about whether they can take advantage of that opportunity. And we have lots of information on our website, but the quick story is there are 3 different programs, and only one of them is actually monitored by the city, and that is the county tax credit program. And that program, all the applications would come to me, and then I will take that to the Historic District Commission for a recommendation. But that program then is administered by the county's finance department.
Also, Rockville is applying to be part of the Montgomery County Heritage Area. Once adopted, the city and nonprofits can be eligible for state grants to help support historic preservation events and activities.
The Heritage Area is actually a state program, and it's been a priority of the state since its inception in 1995-96 is when it was devised, adopted, and every year they have been putting a lot of money statewide into promotion of the state's heritage.
For more information on Rockville's historical program, go online to rockvillemd.gov/historic. The Planning Commission expects to release its revised plan for Rockville Pike to the public in early 2013. The Commission held work sessions for the past 2 years to discuss elements of the plan and to incorporate public testimony into a revised draft. You can get involved with the Pike Plan. Here's what you need to know. Once the plan is released, the public will have an opportunity to comment at a Planning Commission public hearing. Following the comment period, the Commission will send its recommended final draft to the Mayor and Council in the spring. Finally, the public will have another chance to weigh in on the Pike Plan while the Mayor and Council review and discuss it this year. For more information on the plan, contact Cindy Keba at ckeba@rockvillemd.gov. New City Manager Barb Matthews and members of the Mayor and Council recently honored the employees of the City of Rockville on their dedication and a job well done. Recycling and Refuse Superintendent Ray Foreman was recognized for his 45 years of service to the city, along with many other worthy award recipients. Congratulations to all city employees. Students who live or attend school in the city limits should start working on their newest visual masterpieces to prepare for the annual Rockville Student Art Show. The Glenview Mansion Art Gallery will host the show beginning on March 3rd and ending on March 22nd. The show is open to elementary through high school students and will be judged per grade level. All submissions are due by 3:30 on Sunday, February 24th. For more information, go to rockvillemd.gov/arts or contact Arts Program Specialist Julie Farrell at jfarrell@rockvillemd.gov. Talented youth in grades 4 through 9 are invited to audition for the spring season of the Rockville Regional Youth Orchestra. Made up of about 50 students, the Youth Orchestra provides an opportunity for music students to further their skills and have fun. Auditions will be held Tuesday, February 5th at Glenview Mansion. For more information about fees and times, go online to rockvillemd.gov/arts. Come join the City of Rockville in commemorating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy on Monday, January 21st at 10 a.m. The celebration will be held at Richard Montgomery High School and will feature keynote speaker, Montgomery College President Dr. De'Rion Pollard. The event is made possible by the Mayor and Council and the Rockville Human Rights Commission. For more information, go online to rockvillemd.gov/events. Duball LLC is developing the parcel of land across from Regal Row in Rockville Town Center. The project is also located right across the street from the new Choice Hotels International World Headquarters. The project includes approximately 250 residences, a Cambria Suites hotel, and 17,000 square feet of street-level retail, plus public and private parking. Members of Rockville's Mayor and Council recently gave their thoughts on the new development.
Well, the Duball project has been years in the making, and the conditions are finally right for it. We're getting past recession. The Choice Hotels building is going up, and it's just a continuation of the Town Center build-out.
What does this project mean for Town Center?
Well, in some ways, we've done an awful lot of discussion about Town Center. We've done a lot of discussion about incentives to keep businesses here and bring businesses here. And with the Choice Hotels headquarters almost finished, and then the hotel coming up here, I think people are really going to start to see where their money's going.
Here's what you need to know about getting around town during construction. You can park in any of the city public paid parking garages. 30-minute meter parking is available along Regal Row. There's 1-hour metered parking on Gibbs Street and Maryland Avenue, and there's 2-hour metered parking throughout the city. Meters are operational 7 a.m. through 10 p.m., Monday through Saturday. You can consult a map and find out more information by going to rockvilleparking.com. Senator Jenny Forhan also gave her thoughts on the project.
Through the years, I think that it's a good thing that this waited till now to happen, because I think it'll be much better than it would have been 20 years ago. And I'm really excited that Choice Hotels is here. The president of, or one of the top people at Choice Hotels was a member of the House of Delegates and had an office next to mine, so I got to know him really well, and I know they do quality things. So I'm really excited and thrilled for the city of Rockville and for Montgomery County.
Keep it on Rockville 11 as we follow the progress of this project. The Duball Project is one of the examples of the future of downtown Rockville and also represents how much the city has changed. Rockville has come a long way from what Mayor Phyllis Marcuccio remembers. We sat down with her to get her thoughts on how far the downtown area has come.
It's evolving, and I sense that people like it. You know, when my generation is gone, there's not going to be anybody that remembers what Rockville looked like.
Rockville was once a sleepy farming community, but soon grew exponentially in the post-World War II era. With the creation of Rockville Pike and I-270, the city became geographically divided into 3 parts.
We now not only had 2 pieces, but we had a third because there was the development of Rockville on the other side of 270. So we have 3 corridors, essentially. Each one of those have brought their own generation of individuals. And there's always been, as long as I can remember, a desire to want to bring a core back to the city. Something that would make Rockville feel like a town again.
After the failed attempts with the Rockville Mall, Town Center Phase 1 was completed in 2007 and brought mixed-use retail, apartments, and a square to bring residents and visitors together as a community.
The newest one was I think, a better effort to try to create a hub. Not just a few buildings, not just a few streets, but let's get back to the idea that we had streets in Rockville, which they opened them up again, at least 2 of them, and added another 1 or 2, and changed the older part of town, essentially abandoned the older piece of the city, and tried to build something that would be more mixed use, more in tune with the times. And I think that Federal Realty has really done a good job of trying to make it work. It's events that bring a community together. You know, anytime we have a hometown holiday, for example, or there's 4th of July, or some major event will bring us together, and we are more neighborly. We're more willing to help each other, get engaged in each other's business, if you will.
While Rockville might not be recognizable from the 1940s, it still maintains its identity through its residents.
History holds us together. I mean, whether it's your own personal family, or it's your town or your country, it's the thing that kind of makes you feel an identity and connect. You must keep that somehow. You know, it doesn't have to dominate your life, but you do need the, you know, remember the series Roots that was done? I thought, wow, what a wonderful way of showing people how important where you come from and what you do with it is important.
Well, that's it for this edition of Rock 11 Now. You can follow us on Twitter at Rockville11 or find us on YouTube at City of Rockville. Before we let you go, we wanted to show you some of the top stories from 2012. Here's a short roundup. We'll see you next time.